This is Jump and Shoot, playing Satan's Game for the Atari Mega Drive, and I, am fucking confused. I guess I'll just create a route, because, no matter what I do, I think I'm gonna get, like, the bad ending, because I don't remember the combination of words you say to people in every location. So I'm going to do a run just to get an ending, and then I'm going to finish the game, grind a bit, do all the challenges, and revisit that shit off camera, and explain my experience of getting everything when I come back, and then go fight the final boss. And maybe, unless it just happens anyway, then I'll just do it here. Bring them back in the same order as last time to find a way out. Yeah, because I don't fucking remember anything. So, there was a cool new reveal about Scarlet and Violet today, actually. July, or July. If I said July, that would be fucking weird. So, whoa, this is like a weird battle thing. So, like, it goes back to Chain of Memories style, where like you have to get in contact with an enemy, and then you go to a special battle room to fight them. This is actually kind of cool. Other than Chain of Memories, this is like the second time you've seen Castle Oblivion in a 3D space. It's kind of cool. But yeah, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, they showed off a new crab Pokemon. Crabs? Crabs? Good gravy's naked. Crabs? I like him. He's funny. I guess he's like a boss, because there's like smaller versions of him. And then, oh, did I accidentally not send him back? That's weird. And then there's a big version of him that there's like a totem version of him. So I guess I like that concept that they're revisiting more, where like you can make a Pokemon boss, like the totem Pokemon, instead of just making gym leaders and shit. They also showed, they really like showcase as much, but there's these two new, everyone keeps saying this, like Mega Man looking ass Inti creates, like Mega Man Zero ass, Mega Man Battle Network ass Pokemon. They're called like Seru Lesto or something. Seru Blaze, Seru Glaive. I don't remember. Send it back to Sid? Yeah, Sid wants you. There's like a different order. But first, I'm gonna get that purple chest. And I think they're actually cool. I have heard both arguments about them, is that I hate that they're humanoid now. Pokemon should only be animals. And also, people are more like appreciative of the creativity behind them, and how like different they are from like conventional Pokemon, where they all just have to be like vaguely based on animals, with just like an element attached to them. Like, oh, it's a dog, but it's made of fire. Yeah, okay. Or it's a cat that uses water. Okay, like that shit is basic. Give me like, oh yeah, it's a freaking Yeti electric thing that's also like feral, and it's a big beastly looking motherfucker, and his name is Electivire. I want more shit like that. Or like weird shit like Aegislash, who's just a sword and a shield that's also a ghost and it's alive. Like, that is cool. Don't give me this like, oh, it's a little baby bird, or it's a dragon. Like, get out of that bubble. Like, I like where the creativity goes. I'm appreciative of pretty much all of them. Like, there's the designs that I don't think are strong, but I will pretty much be down for all of them. So yeah, I didn't mean to hit no. I just want to hit yes. And then they showed Team, what's it called? Team Star. And they're just like delinquent students. That's where they're going with it. And I was thinking they really have the team organizations have really just become like generic mischief makers instead of like being led by someone who actually has role domination goals or represents some ideal that the player character needs to go against and fight them in order to like keep the peace. You know, that's interesting. I mean, yeah, they may have done it for a long time, but like after that, the only thing you can do is like increase the context or not increase the context, but like make the context more interesting as to why you're doing this. But for Team Skull, they were just like hooligans. They were just like lame rapping dudes who I guess stole Pokemon. They're kind of like Team Rocket in a way, but like more lame intentionally. And then now what? Huh? Where's Sid? Don't tell me he got lost. Did he get worried because I did the wrong order? Well, anyway, that's it. You did the wrong order, so so that's it. Why do I feel funny? I don't know. I missed him. Squeezing my chest. It must be a heartache. But the book said if return the mending to defeat the ache or some shit. I don't know. Alright, so we're gonna save. Yeah, and I like everybody likes the leader, who's like this big boot wearing, like, she looks like a Fire Emblem character I saw. She has like white body paint and black body paint, just like all over her body. She's like just doesn't look. She does not look like a normal Pokemon character. But that, you know what, this whole region is full of like exaggerant. That's not even a word. Like exaggerated designs, and that's fine. Alright, unravel the mysteries. Alice, what do you have to say for yourself? Oh, whatever I'm going to do. Something wrong? Yes, I can't remember anything. Also, what is their uniform? Team Star just wears like star glasses, or if I remember correctly from the trailer, like whatever. They don't have like cool uniforms or suits or anything. Your name is the Queen of Hearts. You're the Queen of Hearts. A queen, you say? Why, yes, I believe you're right. I feel more eminent already. You've already cheered me up. Let's go cut off the other Alice's head. Let's cut off this rabbit head. Oh, I'm late. Before you say, that's kind of gruesome. Yes, it is. Oh, my fur and whiskers. I'm late. I better hurry. Off with my head. Okay, bye. Hey, wait, you dropped something. Wait, do I bring it back to him or do I tell him where it is? There's so many combinations of shit in this, and it's just weird. Throw a penny on the ground, pick it up. So if you pick it up, he disappears. Alright. What else did they show? Oh, you know what? They showcased more of what, like, the Terra evolution can do. Because they showed it a grass type user, and he sends out Sudowoodo. I was like, that guy's not grass type, what the fuck? And then he fucking uses the Tetraform thing to turn him into a grass type. I was like, hey, that's cool. It makes it so that you can like transform your Pokemon's type to like what it would look like if they were that type. I don't know. Because if I remember correctly, it just like inverts the where's the Ace of Spades? It just inverts the typing, I guess, so that they can become resistant to the thing, to their weakness, or maybe it's a thing they're fighting. I don't remember, but it basically turns Sudowoodo into a grass type because his weakness would be water. One of his main weaknesses would be water, so he can turn into, a grass type to resist water. And I don't know if it like changes his attacks and he does a grass type instead, a grass type attack instead, but whatever. And I don't know how I... Actually, you know what? Okay, so I was in another server. And, so how do I resolve this fucking room? So do I... Christ, man. Thanks for the delivery. You're a lifesaver. Talk to the queen. They kicked me out again. Dude. I did everything you asked. But okay, I was in another server. And we were talking about the Mega Man Pokemon. And I was saying I keep seeing people like kind of shit on them, and someone was like, you know, I've seen nothing but praise for them. And I was like, oh, yeah, they're hitting both things. And then someone said, well, not everyone's gonna like every Pokemon, so you know, this time they're just at like 30 at a time, maybe. I don't know, just like a little bit. And I said, well, I always thought 100 Pokemon was nice for a new Pokemon game, because I like some variety in the new things I come across. Even if they're Pokemon I might not use, I like seeing new Pokemon encounters and figuring out what to do about them. Oh, the fucking cat is here. And you know, I just like variety. Like, I might use like different Pokemon this time when I replay the game, or when I start the game over, or you know, just when I'm just trying to have a different kind of run somehow. Like, oh yeah, I use these kind of Pokemon, or use those kind of Pokemon. Choose a block who's hiding from you. You may not be... what the fuck? I don't know, D. But now I've lost my losting, so I have to find another. Okay, come you there, come over here at once. What's this about? You're not even the queen. The queen's over there. She's wearing a little blue dress and her name's the Queen of Hearts. You're just some big bitch named Alice. What's this about? And I would say like anything less is just kind of like, well, you really made a whole new game for a handful of new ideas, so that just feels like kind of a waste. That's how I feel about X and Y. Johto, or Gen 2 to an extent, but that was like their second game. They didn't have a lot to build off of anyway. And that game was just big in general, so like I get it. But there was enough new Pokemon in Johto to merit, like, you know, a new game. Gen 3, there was like 100 plus new Pokemon, and they kind of incorporated like a few Gen 1 Pokemon, and there's like 0 Gen 2 Pokemon, but that's obviously because they plan to I don't know if they plan to, but it had connectivity with Pokemon Coliseum, and that game had like every Gen 2 Pokemon so that you can transfer it to your GBA games. I don't know if that was planned or not. They just saw an opportunity. Like, well, this, you know, your third generation game has like no Gen 2 Pokemon. So here you go. But I like when I play a new Pokemon game and I can construct a team full of all new Pokemon. That's how I felt with Gen 5, which did it like perfectly. They made 150 new Pokemon. That's all you would see until the game is over, and you have to like learn everything again. It was so like, I hate when people tell me that Pokemon is losing ideas. They have to make less Pokemon to keep things fresh, because they can't like repeat new ideas, so they have to make less Pokemon designs and put the game out like this. It's like they don't. They already proved they don't have to with Gen 5. It was perfect. It was like the whole experience without having to like come across anything you've already seen before. So I was saying I just accepted it. That like Pokemon games aren't going to go in the direction I hope. So the only thing left to do is just appreciate the new Pokemon, and if I don't like how it sounds, I'm just not gonna get it. But the thing is, I like Pokemon. I think monster raising games are fun. I haven't explored too many other kinds, to be honest. But it's just in my mind, Pokemon does it the best. So, and I hate the idea of like not buying a Pokemon game because I like it so much. But it's like they really are doing just less every time, and that's just from that just comes from basically looking at Gen 6 onward. Like Gen 6 had like 60, and that was a really no number. And like I hated when I turned on the game and the first wild Pokemon I saw was a Lillipup from Gen 5. I was like, God, you couldn't even make like a new starting animal. They kind of fixed it in Gen 7. Gen 7 was a step up, and they made a lot of new Pokemon whose types like you don't really come across anymore, or like who just had low numbers in general. Like Gen Sun and Moon had a lot of bug types and a lot of dragon types, actually. A lot of bug and dragon. A lot of bug and dragon, I would say. Maybe flying. And it found a balance with that by, on top of having new Pokemon, they also had regional variants. This is the first time they did regional variants. So that was a possibility now, that a game could have regional variants, and they could have new branches off those evolutions, or just be a completely different line altogether. Same thing with Sword and Shield. I don't know exactly how many new Pokemon are in the game, but like all I know is that it's the same thing where they have the original variants, new Pokemon, but what they did that was shitty to me is remove like certain Pokemon, even like the ones that people do use, like Gliscor and Diggersby, and like those are actually like good Pokemon. Like they're just not in the game. And like, oh, I never got to see this attack. Oh fuck, that's amazing. But yeah, if they do this again with Gen 9, or what is this, 8 now? No, this is 9. What am I supposed to do? You defeated 27? Well, that's good enough. With a little more work, you might have the future as a hero. Okay, you pass. Let's put us up to Hades together. Okay. Is this like a real boss fight? Oh, it's Cloud. Oh yeah, he was in this game. I was trying to think, like, where the fuck was he? But oh yeah, it's because he was a character in your party in the Olympus world. Hey, do you think you could help us? Oh, I like this segment because you're trying to get like party members to defeat Hades, and sometimes you don't get them all. Hold on. I'll help you, Pat. I'll help you if you pass little tests. But yeah, it was just weird to me hearing someone defend less Pokemon. And it's like, I'm sorry, do you not like Pokemon? Do you not like seeing new things? And their case was that, like, what did they say? But it's just harder to make new stuff that feels new. And I said they did it for 5 games. What is your point? And they can do it. There's enough, like, there's so much creativity out there. Like, it doesn't even have to just be from Game Freak Japan. Like, there's so many, like, people overseas that they work for Game Freak or Nintendo in general. I'm pretty sure that like they can have enough ideas to make a whole new game. So what if the numbers are getting too high? You feel like that's your problem. Like, there's so many Pokemon to keep up with. I just can't do it. Like, boo fucking who? I don't care. Like, then get out of this. Don't play the damn games. Like, Digimon, I don't know how many they're at, but their numbers are probably inflated from all the Digi evolutions that they get. Like, oh yeah, Agumon has like fucking 16 million different lines. Or like Gatomon has like this 8 branches, you know? So I don't want to hear about like, oh, there's too many to keep up with. Just shut the fuck up. And I like Pokemon, so I will defend like having a whole new region of new Pokemon. Like, because even if like I said, even if I'm not gonna use them, I do like running into new Pokemon in general. Like, the gameplay can't be new if you're seeing old Pokemon, you know? Or like, you're not able to even use enough new Pokemon. Oh my god, I'm gonna die. So, like, whatever. What is... Okay, this little angel bastard... Oh, you know what? I'm surprised it makes an appearance here. Because I'm pretty sure in Kingdom Hearts... By Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep and 2, they stopped using, like... angelic. They stopped using that Heartless in general. Like, the Invisible is still here, and he's based off like the devil or some shit. But they stopped using the angel one because I guess like Christians got upset, and they didn't like that they saw like biblical reference in a game. But like, here it is right here in fucking recoded. Because you know what? Because the Invisibles are still in 358 days. So it is weird that they would put it in here. Okay. How about now? Angel Star. Are they immune to magic? It looks like they are. Oh, fuck me. Okay, that is not going to be very effective against them. Huh. Okay, so... Something's up. My defense is like really low. So what am I doing? I'm just fighting these guys? Oh my god. But like, this is like the same 3 enemies. You know what? In Kingdom Hearts, or like just action RPGs that I play, like they are able to do a whole like new line of Heartless like every single game. You know? Because they start with Kingdom 1, or like the mainline Kingdom Hearts games. They use like all the Heartless, and every game there'll be like a few new ones. But they came up with Unversed, they came up with Dream Eaters, they came up with Nobodies. Like there's a lot of like factions of enemies in these games. You know what? Kid Icarus Upgrading has a shit ton of enemies that they like flushed out. So don't give me that shit about like, oh, there's too many Pokemon to keep up with. Like, ugh. Also, like, there's the solution to that. Okay, let me go back to what I was saying. Another person said, oh yeah, give me 5,000 Pokemon just so you can use 4 of them. As if to justify, like, that there's too many Pokemon. Like, well, it doesn't matter, you're just gonna use 4 of them anyway. Like, man, so what? And it's like, you know you're playing a new Pokemon game, and you're going to get as many new ones on your team as you can. And when the game is over, you're going to you're going to find new Pokemon and then raise those. So like, justifying only making like 30 is just stupid. And there's a lot of Pokemon that are wow, the very first one I opened. Here's some time for you. So I think these are like playing on what you do in the stages. So like, this is another time mechanic, and that's what you did in... Are the Jafaras still chasing me? Oh yes, they are. Jasmine! Genie. The name's Genie, last of the lamp. Last name of the lamp, how you doing? You got issues, man? Just make a wish. Problem solved. You'll grant all my wishes? Where's one? Get rid of that guy chasing me. You got it, kiddo. Okay. So he resets the Jafar's chasing you. Oh, okay, there's Jasmine. Who else am I looking for? I saved everybody already. Unless I'm okay, looking for him, the shopkeeper. Yeah, like I like having lots of options for new Pokemon, even if for when I'm playing the game, even if I'm not gonna use them. Who else is there? There's nobody else. There was nobody else in that world. I wonder how many shadows I've been generating. Like, I don't think the game can handle that many anyway. Fuck. And, like, what's wrong with that? You know, what's wrong with a lot of Pokemon? Like, I don't care that your little baby fucking ass can't handle all these Pokemon. You know. So am I supposed to catch Iago? Oh, okay. And I love seeing the creativity and what goes into making Pokemon. And I was also trying to say, what you can fix with the fact that there's a lot of Pokemon that aren't used, it's just like buff them or update them to make them like viable. You know, a bunch of Pokemon have like base stats that are less than 80. You know, like maybe give them at least one that's 100 so they can actually do stuff. Or like there's a lot of the starting rodents that you would see, like Watchog or Rattata or I don't know, what's his name, Ferret, or like a lot of those things have like really low stat numbers. So all you need to do is just like give them better stats and fix their movesets. Like Girafarig fucking sucks. Fix that thing's stats, give it better moves, and like you can see people using that thing, you know. And that's what would be so wrong with updating them? And like they did it, they buffed Alakazam and Gengar, and they nerfed Aegislash, so like they're not unknown to like making changes to Pokemon, you know, for their stats wise. And they give Pokemon new movesets all the time, and like give them new level up moves. Like I was just thinking, for this team I've been using in Sun and Moon, like maybe I need another wall. And I was thinking, okay, I need a rock type that has levitate, because I keep getting destroyed by fire types. And then I needed someone else to switch in, because my main team is mainly electric types, so I need something who can avoid electric types or ground types too, and resist fire. So I was thinking, okay, there's Lunatone, but Lunatone sucks. It doesn't have any base stats over 100, and you would think it would have Moonlight, the recovery move, but it doesn't. It got Moonblast, but it doesn't have Moonlight, and it's a fucking Moon Pokemon. And Solrock and Lunatone, I already said this, the fucking Sun and Moon Pokemon are not even in Sun and Moon. So that was stupid. But like, so what's different about this room? Nothing. But I noticed in Sword and Shield, looking at its moveset, it did eventually get Moonlight. So like, they are trying to make Pokemon better gradually. But then they'll do shit like taking them out for Sword and Shield. So like, what am I supposed to do here? Alright. Okay, I need to increase an item slot so that I can stop like leveling me down, because that keeps happening in this level. So like, yeah, there are ways they could be like keeping the consistent quality of the game. Like they just aren't, just to keep it like accessible to people. It's like, dude, you're on game 9. Whoever's not gonna play the game wasn't gonna play like fucking 9 games ago, you know? Like, and you know, I'm passionate about this shit because I like Pokemon. Like I said, I hate to see the series go down. You know, it's like Paper Mario. I hate to see it go down like the way it is. And oh, what the fuck is this 3D Mario Mooker 3D Mario Mooker Shooker? What was it? 3D Mario Land is what I meant to say. Yeah, I hate the idea of like skipping out on a Pokemon game. That's how I felt with Diamond and Pearl remake too. Like, really, you didn't like. How am I supposed to bring my Pokemon that I've raised in Sword and Sun and Moon, or Sword and Shield even, and put them into like a region that I like playing, or that I would want to be in, when you freaking take them out, and now there's only such a thing as Gen 4 Pokemon. You can only get up to Gen 4 just to like keep the region consistent with how it used to be way back in the day. Like, that's not really updating it in my mind. Will you just fucking fuck off? Ow! Gosh! I can't see what's going on. He really does just attack you, whether you're there or not. So yeah, that's where I'm at with Pokemon. I'm excited for Scarlet and Violet, but like, it feels like enough of a upgrade, or not even an upgrade. It feels like enough of a change from Sword and Shield that would merit me going to get it. And I do hope that like there's a way for me to transfer my 3DS Pokemon into it. You know, like, unless they pull that shit again like they do with Sword and Shield, like where they just, you know, dex it. They kept calling it. That would not be very cool. Like, I'm okay with giving up Mega Pokemon and Z moves if it means that they'll still be in the game somehow, you know, the ones I want to bring over. And that's like the fun of Pokemon, you know, is that, like, yeah, you may have had this Fire Red and Leaf Green game forever, but you can transfer them all the way up to at least. You can transfer them all the way up to at least X and Y, I believe. Maybe Sun and Moon? I don't remember. Because you have to use the Poke Transporter app on the 3DS to bring Gen 5 to the Gen 6. And you had to get the... I don't remember how it works for Gen 4 to 5. But, yeah. Shit. Is that... You go... Wait, what happened to my air dash? It's gone. Oh my god. Well... Ow, for fuck's sake. It's just so weird talking with people who care less about Pokemon. That they're... Ouch! That they're just like, you know what, maybe there should be less. They should never do an Action Dex ever again. Just have like a game with only 100 Pokemon. And just be like a mix of old and new ones, so that everyone's happy. Like, no, everyone will not be happy if you do that. Just shut the fuck up. You don't know what you're talking about. Oh, for fuck's sake. So what's the lore reason why I have to do this bullshit? Oh my god. Okay. he used the ice on me. Take one step. Inside to side. Okay. Oh, that's fucked up. I waited all this time to get here and you fucked me. Alright, I'm off the platform. You can't hit me. Alright. Oh, we could just jump over there. This is kind of hard because I can't like see that my field of vision is just low. What happened? Oh my god. I didn't even fall there, so what happened? Okay, I can make this. Okay. We'll come back. Oh! Oh my god, I hate this so much. Ah! Oh my god, I hate this so much. Oh! Oh my god, I just cleared it. Ah! This sucks a fat load. Okay. No. What happened? Ah. That was terrible. Not too shabby there, kid. If you get here in less than 30 seconds, then you get the good ending. But not nearly fast enough. Only a fool would waste so much time. Toward me again like this and I will destroy you. Okay. And everything just kind of ends. Like everything you do, you don't even know if you did the right thing. It's just like, whatever. And I was gonna say, there is a way they could make Scarlet and Violet appealing. Is that on top of the new Pokemon, they still do their regional variants, and then they would have to increase the amount of Pokemon that are available. Maybe not like you come across in the game, but just like available. Like, if it's fine if they're not in their regional decks, I get it. Or if there's no national decks, I get it, it's fine. But Sun and Moon, you could still get certain Pokemon even if they weren't part of the regional decks. And they were still in the game. You could still get them. They just weren't registered or whatever. That's fine, I don't care. As long as I can bring in, like, Swampert or, like, other Pokemon that aren't really in the game but are still, like, good, then fine. So if they do that, get rid of like this limited data. We can't have all the Pokemon bullshit in there. And then if they can somehow bring the regional variants and branch evolutions from the Legends Arceus game. I know that games take place in the past or whatever, but like Sword and Shield, I mean what's it called? Scarlet and Violet has like this theme of like past and future, so maybe they'll be able to get like past Pokemon in there, including the ancient ones, or maybe have like future Pokemon designs like I was saying in a different video. So I'm really underleveled for this. And I don't know if losing is one of the endings, so that's cool. Also, this is kind of cool. Datasaur versus Data Roxas. Nothing matters here, just in case you didn't know. Yeah, if they found a way to incorporate all of that shit I said, then you would have an appealing game for me. For, like, fans of Pokemon who are, like, kind of disappointed that Dexit happened, that, like, the idea that they think they just can't make a region where you come across all new Pokemon until the game is over, like in Gen 5. Like, I think that's bullshit. Like, they should still be able to do that, regardless of how many Pokemon we're like are at now. I don't care if there's like fucking 700. Like, you still make 100 if you're gonna make a new game. Like, goddamn. And I know it's arbitrary to like the quality of the game. Like, the game is probably gonna still be good. Just like people say that Sword and Shield was still good, or Sun and Moon was still good, or X and Y was not good, and it had less Pokemon. So I think there's a direct correlation there. Actually, that's not true. The region was actually like kind of empty, if you think about it. Where are you, Christmas? Why are you, Christmas? Why can't I find you? I know you're out there. I just need to find you. Where are you, Christmas? Why can't I find you? You know, I want to find that song, and I'm gonna show it to my Kingdom Hearts friends, and ask them, doesn't this sound like something you've heard before? Are you Christmas? Why can't I find you? I know you're out there waiting for me, and I know you're there. Ooh, baby. Little baby. I don't even know what I'm doing here. I can't win. Like, I'm just so weak. I'm like level fucking 22. Or 25 or whatever. So I don't know how you're supposed to, like, grind when you don't have everything. Ow. So in fact, we're going to load game. And I'm gonna call it here. So Roxas is Boxus, and he's pretty tough. So what I'm gonna have to do is come back at a different time. I just got Gravity Drop. I don't remember if it's like good or not, but we need to increase the power of our other shit. Like level 13, 11? No. You're not kidding, Roxas, with that. No. Yeah. So Pokemon, it's really hard to talk about it with new people, or just talk about it in general with anybody, because it's a series that's gone on so long that like there really is a toxic fan base out there who just finds negative things to say about like every new Pokemon game. Like, I don't say this shit because I'm like that distant Kingdom guy. He just wants to say that Game Freak is lazy now. Look at the animations. Look at this. Look at that. Look how bad they're doing now. Like, I want new Pokemon to be good. I wouldn't be saying this shit if I didn't want it to be good. But I also am not just gonna buy up every game with a Pokemon name on it because I'm a mindless fan who doesn't care about what they're getting. You know, that's where I think that people who are like are lenient on Game Freak and will just buy anything with the name on it, I think those guys are mindless, to be honest. Like, you don't care that this time around there's less of this, or this time around there's not enough of that. This time around you don't get this, or this time around the thing is you liked it from the game is gone. The Pokemon you use are gone. The moves they use are gone. There's no return. There's no hidden power. They just reduce the strategy. They invent Dynamax that fucking sucks and ruins the meta. You just eat that shit up. Like, do you even care? I don't think they do. They just buy it because it's the new one. Like, I think I'm in the middle ground here. Like, I will criticize, but I also, if I like it, I might get it, you know. I tried Pokemon Legends Arceus despite a lot of things, and you know what? I said my piece on it already. I already talked about it for an hour. I'm not gonna say any more on it, but like, Pokemon, dude. Pokemon.